Hello, nerds watching all over the internet. I hope you're having a wonderful, frightful evening because it's Thursday night, October 31st, 10 p.m. Eastern, and we're here for a special Halloween edition of Wrestle Rewind. That's right. That's right, folks. Another exciting Thursday night to talk about all the great things happening in the world of pro wrestling. We're talking matches, segments, title changes, surprise appearances by wrestling legends, and more. I'm your host, Jose Casabona, the devil in disguise, the host of
fucking wishes.
I'm the host of this program, and I'm also the host, the executive producer, and content manager of the Ravens Flock channel. And
I forgot to say that you're the founder.
And of course, I am the founder, indeed. Sorry. And on behalf of all of us on this channel, we appreciate you tuning in tonight. And joining behind the camera is the host of the Black Files, my typewriter for Wrestle Rewind, the man who puts in the man hours putting out all videos on this channel every single week, the non-believer of the devil.
Bitch, I met the devil. He owes me $5. You ain't the devil. You owe me $10.
Mr. Juan Arouse!
Thank you for that fine introduction, Jose, and don't you ever forget the mister.
I'd call you an antichrist, but that would be very sacrilegious of me.
Exactly, and very ironic considering the getup you've got on. That means that you would be my dad, and you can't tell me what to do, Dad. I'm an adult. I would be a shitheel of a son.
I know you would. Oh my goodness. All right, folks. Much like all our other shows, we are simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe or the follow button on the bottom right corner of your screen. Click the bell icon to enable notifications. Leave your questions and comments below. We'll answer as many as we can. And if you wish to go above and beyond to support the Ravens Flock, then you can become an Inner Flocker. For $4.99 a month, you'll have access to all the perks that comes with our membership. Juan, tell them while I munch on candy.
Well, for all the Inner Flockers that we've got in our chat, and I know we have plenty, go ahead and show off those lovely membership badges and custom emojis, letting everyone know that you are here to help rescue the Ravens Flock from the clutches of late-stage capitalism to become full-time streamers. Since 2013, we've been working hard to stay strong to make your voice our mission. The only thing standing in our way now is the fact that we have to work 9-to-5 jobs just to keep our lights on. But there is a simple solution to that, and all that requires is what you guys have been giving us this whole time, which is your continuing support. All we ask is that you guys share this channel, share the Ravens Flock, share it to all your friends, share it to your enemies, share it to the people who owe you money, like Jose owes me $10, even though the devil only owes me $5. That means that technically you owe me $15. But you fine folks can owe me nothing. Except if you're an Inner Flocker, which means you're only signed up for $4.99 a month. But that just means that if the more of you there are, the less time and energy I'll have to put into 9-to-5 jobs. And before you know it, we can all work for you fine folks. With your help, we can and will succeed. You also get access to Members First and Members Only content, a special discount to our merch store, link in the description below, and you also get access to us, the Ravens Flock, your favorite Motley Crue nerds, here to make your voice our mission by providing us your thoughts, your input, your feedback, and your ideas to better shape the future of this channel to suit your tastes and needs. Hey, up in the chat we have Kuristi-sama. We appreciate you being here. Happy Halloween, Kuristi. You see Mr. Quake, Vicente Guerrero, and Logan James are all in the chat. Hey, up, folks. We appreciate you here. And they're asking, hey, where did Shinsuke Nakamura's push go from last year, Triple H, and Shinsuke Nakamura for getting Kazuchika Okada? I wish. You know, that would be hilarious. But
Listen, give WWE time. They're going to bring Nakamura back into the fold. All right, man? Jeez. Let's not jump on the hate train.
No, it ain't the hate train, Jose. It's just confusion. It's just wanting to understand why the king of strong style is not on our TVs the way he should be, the way he deserves to be.
All right, well, listen. Managing a lot of the wrestling talent takes a lot out of you, okay? I'm not a psychic. I don't know what goes on in the mind of Triple H outside of sledgehammers.
I am.
But and crowns and thrones or whatever.
And grunge grunge rock and biker rock and
D-Generation X.
And D-Generation X and also Motorhead.
Yeah, but I can say that a man with the responsibility that he has, it is a time-demanding job. He probably doesn't even get much sleep because it's such a demanding job. I bet he stays up awake 24 hours just to make sure that everything in the WWE is running smoothly. The staff, the talent, the productions, everything. And you know what? In order for us to match the level of energy of the King of Kings, of the cerebral assassin, we need something to match that. Wancho, what can we do to match Triple H's energy?
We marry our boss's daughter.
Oh, God! I mean, well, when you think about it. Yeah, no, unfortunately, she's one of a kind. Shit! Okay, what else can we do?
Well, we can continue being partnered up with our friends over here at Glitch Energy.
Yay!
You see, at Glitch Energy, they provide you their specially formulated smart energy blend keeps you running strong all day long, just like the Ravens flock, with zero lag, zero carbs, zero sugars, 0 calories, and 0 crash. And if you head to glitchenergy.com, you'll see that these guys have a wide range of assortments of different flavors that you can pick out of, and you also want to keep your eyes open for these guys because you never know when a new flavor may drop. Isn't that right, Jose?
That is correct, and we've got plenty of new flavors, such as Dragon Mead, which is based off of which is the original flavor based off of Rain Above.
Yep, and this is dragon fruit flavored Glitch. And can you believe this? The links these guys are going to in order to secure your enjoyment. Look at that, dragon fruit. I mean, like literally, we showed Zayana and Dragon Fang this past weekend,
and they immediately want to get their hands on it.
They want tea. And it's not easy to keep these girls away. And if you
listen, if Neon Sugar is like the #1 flavor that Juan wants to get his hands on, eventually.
I already got it. Yay!
I know, that's why I said eventually. Then Dragon Mead is the equivalent for Zayana Rose and Dragon Fang.
You're damn right. And what's really great about Glitch Energy is that these guys don't treat you like some empty number to take money away from, like a poor rube. They educate you. They want you to know what they are selling you and what they're serving you. They have at least 3 different types of proprietary. No, there's 4 different proprietary blends of unique the energy supplements that they put together to form their smart energy blend here. And you see, they even have natural caffeine from green coca bean extract. That's how you can tell these guys are serious and they're the real deal when it comes to making sure that you are being well informed and are making an informed decision when purchasing their fine products. So what are you guys waiting for? Head over to glitchenergy.com, and if you use our promo code FlockFuel, you get 20% off of your order. Isn't that right, fiendishly horned one?
That is correct, but there was another promo code, or did that already came in lunch?
Yeah, there is another promo code, and yeah, if you're a sucker, you wouldn't, you'd completely pass this up. Right now, for Halloween, they're giving you a buy one, get one promo if you just use their code BOGO. So do us a favor, do yourself a favor, get yourself a thing of Glitch with the BOGO promo, get yourself with that, and then hook up Flocker up with our Flock Fuel promo afterwards. Make them in 2 separate orders, that way you don't have to worry about stacking the promo codes or getting in trouble or anything like that. So please, guys, we encourage you, get the best deal for yourselves. Check out glitchenergy.com, and we want to thank you very much. We want to send a hearty thank you to Glitch Energy for partnering with the Ravens flock. You guys made a serious mistake getting in bed with us.
Yeah, I know. I mean, come on, man. Look at me.
I know, it's wild, and especially considering that all this time that we're being professional and shit, I completely forgot to ask you. Pray tell, exactly what is it that we do here on Wrestle Rewind, Jose?
Well, of course. Here on Wrestle Rewind, we review 3 of the most exciting pro wrestling programs in North America today. That is WWE's NXT, AEW Dynamite, and TNA Impact. All right, so we're wrapping up the month of October. We've just finished 2 amazing pay-per-views in one weekend. On Saturday, we just got through an incredible annual pay-per-view event of TNA's Bound for Glory, and WWE have just wrapped up their annual traditional pay-per-view event, NXT's Halloween Havoc. And of course, AEW Dynamite are also setting things in motion for their upcoming pay-per-view event, Full Gear, which is happening later in November. But they also had their own spooky Fright Night of AEW Dynamite. More on that in a little bit.
Okay, so if that's how we're gonna roll with things, Jose, then pray tell, why don't you let the rest of us know exactly how we're turning this up?
We're gonna turn things up by first talking about the main event for this year's NXT's Halloween Havoc. One. Ring that bell or I will fork you!
Bitch, please. You can't even reach me. Ow!
Do it!
I guess you can.
There we go!
Ah, wrong thing.
It's okay. Here we go. This year's NXT's Halloween Havoc took place over in Hershey, Pennsylvania, literally the town of chocolate.
Like, it's literally the town of, the city of chocolatey love.
The city of chocolatey love. Yeah, exactly. Oh my goodness. Yes. Hershey, Pennsylvania definitely were treated to an amazing pay-per-view of Halloween Havoc. There was only 5 matches on the pay-per-view event, but they were all spectacular. They were all fantastic. But the one thing that we're all focused on is, of course, the last match, the main event, which is contested under a specific stipulation with major championship implications.
As in, it was an actual championship match. Like, don't say there's championship implications when it's an actual championship match, Jose. It's a championship match.
I'm trying to keep going with the alliteration. I'm trying to build up the awesome sensation, and while the audience are holding an anticipation. Ah!
Cut that out! That was weird.
I'm having too much fun.
Yes,
all right. The main event is contested for the NXT Championship as the defending champion Trick Williams goes one-on-one one more time with Ethan Page, but this stipulation is the Devil's Playground.
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
It means that it is a no disqualification match, all weapons legal, false count anywhere, and
lazy booking.
Yeah, whatever, corny. And,
damn.
But anyways, but we have to give specific props. I actually tried to search for the best images I can on Google Images, but we have to give a shout out to Trick Williams and his awesome Trick Willy Wonka costume that he wore into the main event. Like I said, I looked up, believe me.
You mean to tell me you couldn't find any?
No.
Holy shit.
I tried to look in Google Images. I tried to look at WWE.com. I just can't seem to find a really, really good one.
You mean like this? That ain't good?
Yeah, but like, look at the quality of it. It's all in.
Well, let me try
I don't want to disappoint our...
Maybe I can try to find it a little better. Maybe we didn't think about it.
All right, folks, bear with us. And I promise you, it's worth it. Like, his costume is completely on point. In fact, yeah, no. And the fact that he's doing it in freaking Hershey, Pennsylvania is not a coincidence.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, where else are you gonna get away with some style like this? Where is that style? God damn it!
I know, right? Eat your heart out, Johnny Depp.
Okay, whoa. Well, let's not say things we can't take back, is it?
Okay, fine. Eat your heart out, that one actor that played Wonka in last year's movie.
You mean earlier this year?
Earlier this year, yes, thank you.
Timothée Chalamet?
Yeah, he ain't...
Yeah, he ain't all that to begin with.
And of course, I'm not going to say anything against the original Gene Wilder. No notes. You are awesome. Keep living your truth.
Of course. Well, unfortunately, he's dead, though.
I know.
Where the hell is he? Oh, that's what happened.
Man. Anyways, we're pulling it up soon, folks. But yeah. You
go ahead and get started talking about the match.
Of course. So these guys wasted absolutely no time in slugging each other out. In fact, like Ethan Page blindsided Trick Williams from behind, just as the announcer was yep, there it is. Trick Willy Wonka, folks, complete with the sleeveless coat, with the cane and the hat. Look at that.
What the fuck?
It's so good.
Someone send this guy to Glasgow. Send this boy to Glasgow, Scotland now. He will fix their experience up. Gene Wilder is the true Wonka. I know, he's the only Wonka. Not even Crispin Freeman's weird fucking creepy-ass Willy Wonka in Epic movie fucking counts. No.
Exactly. All right. But now let's get over to the match. Just as the announcer was going through the proceedings, Ethan Page attacks Trick Williams from behind and gets this match underway. Immediately assaulting him, pummeling him with right-hand blows and stomps, and not before long, he brings in the weapons into the ring. He brings out kendo sticks, he brings out the steel chairs, he even brings out a freaking pumpkin from the announce table. But if he thinks that for 1 second that he has the advantage over Trick Williams, just because he got the early jump, then my brother, all ego, you don't know jack.
A lantern.
Ha!
That's what
right.
he had in his face, a jack-o'-lantern.
Yep, being reduced to the old jackass Ethan Page, Trick Williams placed the jack-o'-lantern onto Ethan Page's head and started pummeling away on him. A couple of right hand blows, eventually kicking his head off, or the pumpkin off, if you want to get technical. And Trick Williams was able to turn the match over into his favor. And of course, in keeping with the theme, the action spilled over into ringside before it eventually spilled over into the crowd. That's right. Trick Williams took the fight over to the crowd where the city of Hershey got an incredible view of the brawl. These guys will continue to go back and forth, with Ethan Page grabbing the trash can, whacking Trick Williams over on his back and over the head with it, and then he tried to go for a pile driver, but then Trick Williams was able to flip Ethan Page, and Ethan landed back first, flattening the garbage can.
Ooh, ow.
Ooh, ow, indeed. Oof. And of course, the action continues as these two guys can take their brawl back into the ring, and we actually got some blood in here. Like, not facial blood. That'd be too much for the WWE fans. I mean, we can't handle it, can we? No. No. But Trick Williams was bleeding internally. He was actually spewing out blood from getting hit gut first by the steel steps, that courtesy of Ethan Page. It was very brutal. Ethan Page continued to punish our champion with steel chair shots and more blows to the midsection, and then he pulls out a black bag, and don't worry, this isn't AEW, it's not crushed glass, it's not thumbtacks, but it's metal nuts.
Oh no, like lug nuts?
Lug nuts.
Oh no!
And folks, I don't care how tough you are, those bitches hurt.
Oh, nuts!
Oh, nuts indeed. And just as it looks like Ethan Page was trying to go for it, trying to throw a Trick into the nuts, Trick was able to reverse it and hit a neck breaker, dropping Ethan Page back first onto the metal nuts.
Fuck!
Hells yeah! But of course, Trick Williams wasn't able to keep his second win for long. Excuse me. And in the shades of NXT Battleground, we actually get a repeat of what happened. Ethan Page hoists Trick Williams over his head, over his shoulders, steps over the steel steps that's planted in front of the announce table, and throws the Ego's Edge, colliding Trick Williams through the announce table at ringside.
Oh no.
Is
this the last trick for Trick Willie?
Ethan Page went for the cover, but le gasp! Trick Willie was able to kick out after two.
Oh no!
Indeed. Frustration started to set in for All Ego as both men returned to the ring and while battling with steel steps. And just as it looks like Trick Williams was able to finally get his upper footing against Ethan Page, All Ego took our champion to Dick Kick City and dropped him on his knees. That's right. And now, now it's all Ethan Page's game. He's got the steel steps in hand. He's trash-talking Trick Williams, and he's about to deliver the final blow. But he forgets that turnabout is fair play, and Trick Williams channeled his inner devil and hit Ethan Page with a low blow before hitting him in the face with the steel steps.
So more lazy booking.
Hey,
Everybody
shut
just smashes everything.
And then at the end of it all, Trick Williams was able to hit the running trick knee to pin and retain. Your winner, and still the NXT champion, Trick Willy Wonka.
God damn! That's fantastic. I'm glad to see that Trick Willie was able to hang on to his championship. At least he's hanging on to it better than you're hanging on to your horns.
I know, this thing keeps falling off, but it's okay. I'm very conscientious about it. But unfortunately, Trick was not able to celebrate for long. I don't have pictures of the beatdown, but Ridge Holland shows up and puts a hurting on Trick Williams, and then both Ridge Holland and Ethan Page are going back and forth, arguing about who the hell's going to get a shot at Trick. But having enough of this bullcrap, out comes ECW hardcore legend and WWE Hall of Famer Bubba Ray Dudley to save Trick Williams from the 2-on-1 assault, and the pay-per-view ends with one half of the Dudley boys and Trick Williams standing tall.
Oh yeah, baby, that's how it's done.
See, Bubba Ray Dudley's got his own beef with Ridge Holland. See, throughout the entire night, Bubba Ray Dudley and his partner, Dave LaGreca from Busted Open Radio, they've been doing some live...
Busted Open podcast, yep.
But, yep, they've been doing some live commentary during the pay-per-view breaks, and they kept getting interrupted by Ridge Holland.
And yet, Ridge Holland clearly doesn't know how to keep his mouth shut because he was talking all that good shit, even though he ended up, I could say it right. Yeah, he ended up getting his ass beat by, what's-her-face? No, wait.
No, he won the ambulance match, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah, you're right, he did win. But it wasn't from a lack of trying. Andre Chase was putting the beat down on Ridge Holland in their ambulance match at Halloween Havoc. However, Ridge Holland just proved to have the upper advantage on there, so shit. Let me take a look in the chat while we...
before we go to NXT. Let's go.
All right. Good Doctor Actor was good. Yeah, his name is Freddie Highmore. He was good as Charlie in there. Vicente, Timothy Chalamet. Timothy Chalamet was okay as Wonka. I liked him better as a romance cannibal in the movie Bones and All. Wait, that was him? Ew, what the fuck, man? What the hell, Timothy Chalamet?
The more we know.
Lisan Al Gaib, put the fucking bones down. Don't do that to Zendaya. Fucking, doesn't he know that Tom Holland's a Spooderman? He'll fuck you up from here to next week. Let me take a look in here. He's also said, sure, the void is there when Halloween officially ends, but as a horror fan, most days are Halloween, as I watch low-rated Yuli Lomal written movies. Nice. Let me see what else. Logan, where did the Shinsuke? Yeah, we got that. Let's see. If you said the WWE ID. Yeah, we heard about that. Julie Wonka. Let's see. I think Young Bucks...
Lash Legend is Reese's. Yeah, she is.
Let me see here. I think the Young Bucks know who the true leader of the Whitepool Combat Clan is why the Young Bucks are working from home. I don't think so. I don't think that's how it's.
Oh, trust me, Juan. We'll get to that when we get to it.
So great to see Bubba Ray make the save. Much as he can be a brutal heel, the guy can be fun too. Yeah, like he even said it in there at the beginning of the show. It's like because what's his face? Dan LaGreco even said like, "Hey, I'm here with Bully Ray." And Bubba corrected him. He's like, I'm putting the bully away tonight. And that's when he pulled out his Dudley Boys glass. Like, nah, it's Bubba Ray Dudley tonight.
Yay!
Because he doesn't feel like bullying. He actually feels like having fun.
Exactly. Yeah. And speaking of having fun, we're going to keep this train going, folks, because now we're going to talk about the fallout of NXT Halloween Havoc.
Let me fix this, because I was messing with the wrong thingy by accident.
You're fine. Go ahead. We're going to be talking about the October 29th edition of NXT, the fallout from Halloween Havoc, and we open things up in an exciting way, folks. It may not be Halloween, it may not even be All Hallows Eve, but that's not going to stop these two from colliding in an explosive casket match as Tatum Paxley goes one-on-one against Wendy Chu.
Wendy Chu's been keeping herself busy teaming up with Rosemary over in TNA. So let's see if Wendy Chu's has got the grit to hold her own against her former bestest pal who has dolly problems because she's insane also.
Yes, indeed. But let's go ahead and share some images of the match, because I actually want to show off first the costumes that they wore. This is not
this wrong thing. Hang on, let me fix this. You've got look. This is what happens when you try to rush me, Jose. Bad things happen to the show graphics.
That is all right. Fair enough. Let's actually go ahead and show off the match graphics here. There's Tatum Paxley dressed up as Alice.
Specifically, the variant from the video game Alice Madness Returns.
That's right, and there she is dragging the coffin, and the costume looks really good. I like it. And of course,
Wendy Chu wear.
And Wendy Chu dragging the bed. She's dressed up as Sally from The Nightmare Before Christmas.
God damn, these two! Oh, God, they got the Halloween feeling right.
Happy Halloween!
God damn.
You see, listen, we're all in the Halloween spirit, man. I mean, even Juan's in the Halloween spirit, too. Show off your costume.
Later.
Okay, later. Fair enough. We don't want to give away the surprise. So,
what surprise? It's my costume.
No, yeah, well, no, watch it. You don't have to go back to the match card. I got pictures of the match.
I'm going there, and I'm going to continue from there. So, all right. Tell us about the match. Come on.
All right. So this match is a casket match. This happened because last week Wendy Chu choked out Tatum Paxley and threw her into a tote box or whatever you want to call it. And then Tatum Paxley appeared from the box at Halloween Havoc, and she demanded a casket match against Wendy Chu. And so that's how we got it. So Tatum Paxley starts things off and goes directly for the offensive. The ruling of this match is simple. There's no pinfalls, no submissions, no disqualifications.
Easy booking.
The only way to win this match is to get your opponent inside the casket and close it shut.
And that's how you win. But we need to see exactly how these ladies try to whip the crap out of each other.
Exactly. Yeah, no. Tatum Paxley, you could see her displaying her strength against Wendy Chu over by the ring apron, trying desperately. There was one or two attempts where she tried to get Wendy Chu inside the coffin, but she wasn't able to successfully close it as Wendy Chu continued to fight back and continued on the counteroffensive.
So Wendy was definitely holding her own, the sleepy girl against the crazy girl. What happened next?
What happened next is that, here's something I didn't expect. When we got back from commercial break, the first thing I saw in the first couple of seconds after the break was Wendy Chu throwing Tatum Paxley through her freaking dollhouse that was propped up against the corner.
What? Hold on, where did the dollhouse come from?
I don't know. Oh my God.
What the fuck?
They just showed up.
Did Tatum bring it? Did Wendy bring it?
Was
it in the casket?
This happened during commercial break!
Was it under the bed that Wendy Chu dragged out? Was it on top of the bed? Was it under the ring? Someone explain this to me!
I'm gonna say under the ring. There's no way that it could have been under the bed. That's too much, man. Come on.
It's still kind of fucking dumb.
Listen, I used to sell mattresses. I know how it works.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. So, anyways, after being thrown into a dollhouse, never thought I'd say that in a sentence. Wendy Chu continues the assault, and she continues to pummel away against Tatum Paxley, hitting her with garbage cans, hitting her with kendo sticks. Tatum Paxley is right now on the defensive, and then we get a little bit of a tug of war. Yep, go ahead.
I know what I'm doing.
And then we get a little bit of a tug of war as these two ladies were fighting for the body pillow. Sure.
Seriously?
Yep. But then Wendy Chu...
Wait, hold on. Wendy Chu brought the pillow and it should have... brought the pillow as part of the bed, right?
Yeah, the body pillow, yeah. Eventually, Wendy Chu grabbed the pillow and whacked Tatum Paxley over the head with it before revealing what's inside the pillow, and it was Lego pieces. I wish I had a picture of it, but it's Lego pieces.
Oh, you dork. Why did you miss the Lego pieces? Because the Lego bricks are fucking incredible and they're the deadliest foreign object in all of professional wrestling. Why would you miss out on that? Shame on you. The nerve, the gall, the audacity.
Hey, gee, you didn't shame on me for not getting the freaking nuts.
You want me to shame on you for that?
You missed your window.
Yeah, well, if you want me to. Also, please, Sabu, welcome to Wrestle Rewind. We appreciate you. Happy Halloween.
Yep. But unlike Ethan Page, Wendy Chu was successful because she was able to drive Tatum Paxley back first onto the Legos before rolling her over into the coffin. And it looked like Wendy Chu had it won. But gasp, Tatum Paxley would not go down without a fight, and then these two brawled inside the coffin before they both rose up a la Undertaker. If you remember WWE SummerSlam 2015, where Brock Lesnar and Undertaker were sitting back up and laughing at each other.
Think that, but with creepy girls.
In fact, no, actually, no, I'm not going to ask you to search for a GIF of it, but let's... Undertaker, Brock.
I know what I'm doing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, see? I'll find this. What?
Oh my God. You found it! Oh my God.
I found it. Let me fucking grab it. Shit, what's wrong with you?
Alright, so after these two had their incredible SummerSlam moment, the match continues on. These two continue to fight each other, and Tatum Paxley, she looks like she needs to catch a break. She's right now on the defensive. Wendy Chu is just getting too much for her. And okay, let me pause right here because I don't want to give the rest of the match away. I actually want to share this moment so that fans can know what we're talking about.
Yeah, for anyone who doesn't know who The Undertaker or Brock Lesnar is, because apparently there's people who don't know that, according to Jose. This was the reference Jose was making. That was which WrestleMania was it? Was it the one where he killed him?
No, SummerSlam 2015.
Oh, yeah, SummerSlam 2015. Yeah, whatever. Okay.
Yeah, no. So anyway, so after that moment, so getting back into the match, Tatum Paxley needs to make a quick decision. She needs to act fast. So what does she do? She grabs Wendy Chu and drops her Death Valley Driver style, and Wendy Chu goes crashing through her bed.
No! Permanent nap time! Oh my god, the nerve! How could she do that to her? I guess it's fine, because Tatum Paxley and her tried to kill each other.
Then Tatum Paxley was able to drag that carcass back into the coffin and seal it shut to secure the victory. Your winner, Tatum Paxley.
All right, so the creepy girl and the sleepy girl have squared off, and it looks like the creepy girl has won. As a matter of fact, the creepy...
Oh, God, there's the Legos.
Yeah, no, this is what you fucking get, Jose, because I
Stop chastising me.
I will chastise all I want.
Jeez.
You can't tell me what to do. I'm an adult.
Do I need to grab my pitchfork again?
Maybe.
Anyways, all right.
Speaking of which, yeah, no, here's exactly what I was referring to here. Here's the freaking clunks of Lego bricks that poor Tatum Paxley got backdropped onto. This shared over here by That Wrestling dude on Twitter saying, damn, Tatum shouldn't be playing with Legos in the ring. Hot start to NXT. Her response, saving those to play with later. She was like, okay, I'm done. I won the match. Somebody get me that bag. I'm going to just stuff these back in the fucking thing so I can take them home with me.
Still, an incredible opening contest. A great casket match. The fans had fun watching it.
It's a nice way to start the show, get everybody into the spooky season, get everyone into the spooky times, and yeah, it was fine.
Absolutely. But now let's get over to the...
I still think it was fucking dumb that they brought the dollhouse out of nowhere, but whatever.
Hey, I thought it was funny.
Yeah, I said, I didn't say it wasn't funny. I didn't say it wasn't fun. It's fun. I just think that was dumb. But that doesn't mean the two are mutually exclusive. And what's his face? Mr. Quake is saying, we need the boogeyman. Do we? God almighty, no. I don't think we could handle the boogeyman anymore in 2024. Let's see here. Vicente was saying, cool seeing Wendy and Tatum in a casket match. Not cool that I love both and somebody had to lose. Yeah,
well, we can't just have both of them in the casket.
I love Kit Kat with coffee. That's actually not bad. Mr. Quake is saying the actor from the show The Bear should have been Willy Wonka instead of Timothée Chalamet.
I know who he's talking about. He's talking about the main actor of The Bear.
Yeah. Hang on. What's his name? Jeremy Allen White.
Jeremy Allen White. Yeah. No, I can see it.
I could see that because he does look a little more like
Wonka.
Like Gene Wilder. Yeah, I could see that. That makes sense. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. But he's too busy running. He's too busy running a restaurant and cussing at people in Chicago.
Besides, he was already a Von Erich over here. You can't ask him to do more than that.
Yay! All right. Well, speaking of wrestling legends and their descendants, we're going over to the exciting match of the night, and this one's amazing. Seriously. It's really cool. The sons of two amazing wrestling legends collide for the NXT Heritage Cup as the son of William Regal, Charlie Dempsey, goes one-on-one against the son of Brian Pillman, Lexis King.
All right, so Pillman and Regal, the next generation of these two fucks, are squaring off, and we've got what's their face, the No Quarter Catch Crew.
We got the North Quarter Catch Crew backing up on the corner of Charlie Dempsey, and in Lexis King's corner,
surprisingly out of nowhere,
is future Hall of Famer, if he wasn't already, the father of NXT, Lord William Regal.
He's Mr. Regal now.
Mr. Regal. Yes, of course.
Okay, so what do we got over here? How did this match go? And also, real quick, up in the chat, Kevin S. Oshiro in the chat. Welcome to Wrestle Rewind. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We appreciate it a lot. They're saying with Boogeyman, if not the Godfather / Goodfather or Kama Mustafa, a UFC MMA machine a la Taz and ECW, kneeling on Rice would also be torture. That's a little traumatic for me, but that's a different thing. If you said to him, I would say Boogeyman beats Papa Shango. Can you really voodoo curse a guy who likes to eat worms? That's a good point. Godfather was part of the Bone Street crew with Taker, Yokozuna, Rikishi, Savio Vega, Paul Bearer, and the Godwins, Henry O, and Phineas A. Godwin, aka Naked Midian.
All right. So let's
Brian
get back
Pillman's
over
rolling in his grave. How? How is Brian Pillman rolling in his grave? Lexus King is doing the crazy style over here.
Exactly. So round 1 kicks off of the Heritage Cup match. These two guys are working over each other, doing some chain wrestling, doing a series of reversals. Of course, Lexus King, the more agile one, relies heavily on his speed and agility, as well as his aerial abilities to try and overwhelm the champion. But after some more back and forth action, unfortunately, it wasn't enough. Despite Lexus King giving his best efforts in the first round, Charlie Dempsey was able to hit a bridging butterfly suplex to secure the first victory. First point goes to Dempsey.
Fuck a duck. That would have been now it's do or die for Lexus King. Considering that this is actually not bad, considering that these two had been were kind of cold for a while, but having them start off this hot with a feud with each other for the Heritage Cup and involving William Regal and the no quarter catch crew in here, I've got no issues with this. So let's see how this turns out.
Also, Lexus King has a chip on his shoulder because he's trying to turn things around. He's trying to be a good man. He's trying not to be like his father, Brian Pillman.
You mean be an absolute psycho and absolute madman and fleece two of the largest professional wrestling promotions for every cent they're worth in order to secure a lifestyle that he couldn't, unfortunately, live long enough to enjoy for himself?
2 out of 3.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I suppose
so,
he's still alive.
Now in the second round, Charlie Dempsey came charging in like a speeding freight train, but Lexus King was able to hold his own. But unfortunately, there was a critical moment in the match where Charlie Dempsey threw Lexus King over the top rope onto the ring apron, and Lexus King landed awkwardly, and he may have jerked his right knee in the process. The match was temporarily halted as the referees and officials came to aid Lexus King, and they were trying to convince Lexus King to call off the match and to walk away. But Lexus King, he pretty much said no, threw down the knee brace that they tried to put on him, and he marched back into the ring to continue the fight. And Lexus King and Charlie Dempsey continued the match, but unfortunately the timer ran out. So we now go into round 3. And round 3, Charlie Dempsey was targeting the leg of Lexus King. He is a giant white shark that smells blood in the water.
Great white shark.
He is a great white shark that smells blood in the water. Lexus King was able to get himself a little bit of breathing space, hitting an enziguri, knocking the champion down on the ground. And with the referee's back turned, Lexus King was being counseled by William Regal, and William Regal tried to pass Lexus King his pair of brass knuckles to use against his opponent, but
his own son, the nerve! You dare to enable someone to harm his baby boy like this? God damn, Regal! He's got no love. He's got no fucking no. I ain't giving you any special treatment. You fucking sink or swim, bitch.
But Lexus King wouldn't do it. He says that he is not like his father. He gives the brass knuckles back to William Regal, and he turns around, and unfortunately, it was his own doing, as Charlie Dempsey hits a bridging German suplex to pin and retain. Your winner, and still the NXT Heritage Cup champion, Charlie Dempsey.
God damn. All right. Well, points to Lexus King for trying to stay to some form of honorability, and William Regal's like, no. Don't worry about that shit. My boy can handle it. You do what you need to do to win. And Lexus King's like, yeah, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to be that asshole. Like, I'm an asshole, but I'm not that asshole.
And yeah, I know, exactly. And I'm happy to see William Regal back on TV because
I think we all are. I mean, like, how many times have I pulled him up over here as a how many? All of the times.
All the times.
Like any time.
But I bring this up because like after he left All Elite Wrestling to return to the WWE, apparently there was some sort of clause in his contract exit that forbade of William Regal from showing up on other wrestling television or some shit like that. I don't know.
Right? Seriously. At least now we can have the good stuff here.
Yay!
I mean,
not to say that he didn't give any good stuff in AEW, because without him, we wouldn't have the Blackpool Combat Club.
Which just became the Whitepool Combat Clan.
Yeah. Well, it was good when he started it.
Yeah, true. And like you said, at least now when it comes to having William Regal on our TV, we can have good stuff like this. Where is it? There it is.
War Games!
Oh, here it is!
War Games!
Yeah!
War Games! War Games!
Yay!
Oh, here it is!
War Games!
Okay, we can pause that.
Okay.
War Games!
Now we
War Game!
There's no one like him. He's one of a kind.
Yeah, there is no one like this motherfucker. Who'd have fucking thunk it?
Who'd have thunk it, indeed. And you know what? Keeping up with the excitement train, we now go to the exciting segment of NXT tonight as the NXT reigning champion Trick Williams comes down to the ring and he addresses the 2-on-1 assault after the main event match at Halloween Havoc.
Alright, so Trick Willie style went ahead and, apparently Ridge Holland's now deciding to try to pick beef with the champion here. Well, it wasn't bad enough that he was picking on Chase U and basically left Andre Chase in an ambulance, never to be seen again, like Total Drama Island style. Shit.
At least that storyline is done and over with. That being said, I wouldn't want Ridge Holland to be anywhere near the main event, but that's just me.
Neither do I, because fuck him, he cost us Big E Langston.
But Trick Williams has has bigger reasons to bitch about than we do, and Trick Williams is not alone. He actually asked for Bubba Ray Dudley, who was on NXT that Tuesday evening, to share the ring with him to talk about what happened.
All right, so what do these guys do other than recap Halloween Havoc?
Well, Bubba Ray Dudley got on the mic. First, he gave some words of praise to Trick Williams for holding it down as the NXT champion, and that he also told Trick Williams that the reason that what bothered him the most at Halloween Havoc is that when he went out to help Trick Williams, there was no one in the men's locker room that came down to help Trick, and the reason being is because Trick Williams is the NXT champion, and he is what many in the roster aspire to be, and that is why they would not go out there to help Trick Williams against his enemies.
Good God.
Because being a champion paints a big target on his back.
Yeah, no, like, what do you expect? Like, he is the champion. He's got what these guys want, and yeah, they're not gonna want to help him in order to fuck him up like that. I mean, they're gonna let him. They're gonna let him like, dude, you're the champion. You fucking figure it out, kind of thing.
Yep. And Bubba Ray Dudley also mentioned the aforementioned feud that he has with Ridge Holland after being disrespected at Halloween Havoc. So Trick Williams makes a proposal. He asks Bubba Ray Dudley to tag team with him not yet. To tag team with him next week on NXT as WWE heads over to the 2300 Arena in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the birthplace of Extreme Championship Wrestling.
They're headed to hallowed pro wrestling ground. They're going to Philly, and they're going to be at the 2300 Arena, the bingo hall of infamy and legend, in which the original ECW was forged. It wasn't born, it was forged. Especially considering how many checks Paul Heyman had to forge back in those days.
Now, at first during this promo segment, Bubba Ray Dudley respectfully declined because he didn't want to take any of the spots of any of the younger stars. But in a later segment involving the heels with Ethan Page and Ridge Holland, Bubba Ray Dudley went down to the ring to confront Ridge Holland and to confront Ethan Page. He first gave a little bit of words of praise for Ridge Holland because Ridge Holland is an incredible athlete, a great rugby player, a man with surprisingly a lot of speed and agility, and a man who came back from broken legs, and he was able to rehabilitate himself at one point.
And he also cost us Big E! Did he praise him for that?
No, obviously not.
You know why? Because he fucking cost us Big E! Fuck you, Ridge Holland!
Oh my god. Yeah, no. Bubba Ray Dudley then dished out some trash talk against Rich Holland and against Ethan Page. And Rich Holland then was dared to talk back to Bubba Ray Dudley and telling him that he is old news, to go back to Philadelphia next week, go back to ECW and relive the prime that you had because you're a has-been. Go back to your radio show that nobody listens to. He kept trash talking until, unfortunately, Bubba Ray Dudley was on the receiving end of the 2-on-1 assault. However, not for long.
How dare they?
Yep.
But yeah, yay! Is that Trick Willie Style coming to rescue him?
Trick Willie Style came down to the ring to rescue Bubba Ray Dudley from the 2-on-1 assault.
You know what? That serves him right. And I especially don't like Ethan Page now. And you know why, Jose?
Why?
Because he wears loafers with no socks.
Neither does Trick.
Yeah, but at least Trick Williams has the good sense to not show that he's not wearing socks.
I don't know. Is that a Canadian thing? I don't know.
No, it's not a Canadian thing. It's a screw you, I think I'm classy and European style or whatever the fuck it is thing.
All right.
It's a douchebag thing.
So after...
Right?
All right, fine. So after fighting off the heels and throwing them out of the ring, Bubba Ray Dudley got on the mic, and you know what? He had a second thought. Next week on NXT, it'll be Bubba Ray Dudley stepping in the ring one more time, tag teaming with Trick Williams to take on Ethan Page and Ridge Holland.
Holy shit! We're getting it, man. It is on. It is on like Donkey Kong. Holy fuck, I don't believe it. Bubba Ray, Bully Ray, the Bubba Man is going to be in ECW's old stomping ground, and he's going to be teaming with Trick Willie Style.
It's going to be good. How much you want to bet they're going to get the tables, Juan?
Did they get the tables?
How much you want to bet they're going to get the tables?
Did they get will they get the tables?
I hope so. It's ECW. It's ECW Holy Ground. Anything can happen.
ECW. I gotta stop. That's in the moniker device with me now. While we continue here.
Actually, you know what? I should be the one getting smacked because I've been on an ECW binge throughout the entire summer. But like my ass was watching episodes of WWE CW on Sci-Fi.
Let me take a look over here. Lord Steven Regal pile drove Brian Pillman on concrete once. Oh no, the fucking nerve. Pillman versus Jr. versus Charlie Dempsey is almost like payback feud. Let's see. Lexis King's a natural heel. Pre-Monday Night Wars. ECW people in NXT. Bubba Ray Dudley from Busted Open Podcast was David Kreca and RVD. Yeah, but let's see. I bet Ora Mensa is enjoying this. Let's see. Yeah. Ora Mensa would be enjoying it because basically, like fucking fuck you, Ethan Page. And then it's like, I'll eat him later. Oh, taking a White Shark, that would be cool with brass knucks. Lexus King with a gun. Oh God, Lexus King with a gun. No, too much. Give back brass knucks a ring, or bring thumbtacks into the ring. You will suffer first. God damn, I hope Oba Femini will not end up like Ahmed Johnson. He probably won't. He's too big. Only because NXT is going to South Philly, the Bingo Hall, next month, November 6th. I prefer Regal as NXT's general manager over Ava. A lot of people have been saying
Everyone does.
Let's see here. Yeah, Reigns killed New Day. Yeah, ECW can walk, NXT can run. Yep. Mr. Quake. Let's see. If you said that Oba Femi should not end up like Ahmed Johnson. Oba is not a pure musclehead and can actually work in the ring and on the mic, unlike Ahmed. Yeah, no. The word on the street is that apparently the great Oba Femi is being bumped up to the main roster soon.
Yay! And you know what? Good for him. Good for him. He already staked his. He's already a made name in NXT. He is the longest reigning North American champion. He has his place in history. So you know what? If he gets bumped up to the WWE roster on Raw or SmackDown, good for him. He earned it.
All right, fantastic. Okay, then let's go ahead and get to the next segment here, Jose.
That's right. Now the next match was it was all right, but let me talk about it. It's a one-on-one match featuring two NXT women as Nikita Lyons, dressed up as a pirate, goes one-on-one against Kalani Jordan, who's dressed up as Spider-Gwen. In the background.
Yeah, Kalani Jordan, the current Women's North American champion.
Former.
Oh yeah, she's former?
She lost the title to Fallon Henley in the gauntlet match.
Ah, poop! Ah, lame. Okay, well, at least the girls have excellent outfits over here.
Kalani Jordan is looking to try to get back onto the winning ways, and Nikita Lyons, it looks like we're seeing a heel turn with Nikita since her return to NXT. So let's talk about this.
All right, so how did this match start off over here, Jose?
All right, so the Pirate and Spider-Gwen go straight at it. And let's go ahead and share the pictures of the match.
I got it, Jose, relax.
Yep. So it's power and striking versus high flying ability. Kalani Jordan, of course, she's a natural gymnast, using her aerial ability to try and outmaneuver Nikita Lyons, trying to get her off her ground, hitting her with a series of crossbodies and arm drags. Nikita Lyons, of course, relying mostly on her striking ability and power moves, keeping her down and applying a very interesting, what do you think is that? Is that a Cobra Clutch?
It looks like a Cobra Clutch, yeah.
Holy shit, that's amazing. That's pretty.
Yeah, this is different. I'm concerned. I'm not sure what's up with that. What up with her martial arts striking and shit?
Yeah, no,
what's up with that?
Here's the thing. She's relying more on power moves. She's actually toned it down just a little bit on the martial arts, but just a little. So, and it looks like she was going to have this match won. She actually goes to the top. Not just yet. She actually goes to the top rope, and she uses her new finishing move, which is the Vader Bomb. I guess she's no longer doing the. Actually, no. I want to talk about it because I don't have a picture of it, but I want to talk about it. There is one point where both these ladies were fighting back and forth. Nikita Lyons countered a kick from Kalani Jordan, grabs her by the leg, pulls her out, forcing her to do a side split. And then Nikita Lyons tries to go for a kick, and then Kalani Jordan pulls her leg out, and she side splits next to Kalani Jordan. They're both side splitting, and they're both doing a pose and shit.
Nice.
But getting back to the match finish.
Goddamn.
Nikita Lyons goes to the top rope. She's about to hit her Vader Bomb, but then out comes Adriana Rizzo of the D'Angelo family, the woman who was blindsided by Nikita Lyons, and that distraction provided enough of a window for Kalani Jordan to go to the top rope and hit the one-of-a-kind split-legged moonsault to pin and win. Your winner, Kalani Jordan. Spider Jordan.
What the fuck? Okay,
And then after the match, Adriana Rizzo ran down to the ring and started pummeling on Nikita Lyons, beating her ass, sending her packing.
Okay, I am concerned and confused in this because, seeing Nikita Lyons' change up of her style here is odd to me. It's like, okay, is it that she's doing that in order to protect her body? Is she doing that to protect herself here? Is that what's going on? Because I'm not sure. Is it? I don't know. I guess. But I'm perfectly. I would understand it, but at the same time, I just need to know, why is this match or problematic match?
Okay, because number one, it was more of a standard match. Like, it was all right. And number two, Nikita Lyons is in a feud with Adriana Rizzo, who, no disrespect, but she's really not that good in the ring. And I think that's just a temporary stop for Nikita Lyons. And number three, to answer your earlier question, Juancho, Nikita Lyons, remember, she was sidelined twice due to injuries to repair both her knees.
Ow, shit. Okay, so I suppose her going psycho, spin kicking everybody and their mama, is out of the cards for the moment.
For the moment, yeah. For the moment. Hopefully we get it back, but for now, I don't blame her for being a little more careful in the ring.
Yeah, for being a little bit more cautious, use her size and strength kind of stuff. Okay.
Also, please move on from Adriana Rizzo. Come on.
Oh no, she's doing that in order to just pick on someone for their thing or whatever.
Now the good news is there are no bad segments on NXT. These guys are continuing their trend with putting out great products and great talk segments and good video packages, but we do have an honorable mention to fill that slot before we get to the main event, and it is the in-ring debut of Australia's own Zarya,
formerly known as Delta. Apparently, she's BFFs with one certain maternal figure whom everyone apparently wants to crush her with her thighs. One Madame Rhea freaking Ripley.
We'll get to her in just a bit. But Zarya had an incredible in-ring debut match against Brindley Reese, who unfortunately drew the short stick, and she's the one that's fed to the Australian Wolf. Or Dingo, if you want to get technical. And Zarya destroyed Brindley Reese, annihilated her, and her finishing move is Brock Lesnar's move, the F5!
Shit! Well, I guess under the circumstances, if you take a look at how beefy and how large and glorious this woman is, I don't have an issue.
Neither do I. Zarya lays out the F5 on Brindley Reese to pin and win her debut match. Your winner, Zarya. But unfortunately, her celebration is cut short because Zarya is now flanked by a bunch of baddie heels at ringside. Out comes the Fatal Influence, which is JC Jane, Jasmine Nix, and the newly crowned Women's North American Champion Fallon Henley. And joining the fray is the NXT Women's Champion Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade. However, Zarya got some backup. Kalani Jordan ran back, spiderwebbed back into the ring, and then out came Julia and Stephanie Vacker, the Dark Angel and the Beautiful Madness to back them up, but it's still 5-on-4. They're one lady short. Who can we call upon to even the odds, Juan?
Zay, think about it. We've got a Marvel hero in here already. We already have Spider-Gwen, and if you see all these bad muscle mommies up in the ring, you need the Juggernaut.
Huh?
The Juggernaut, Jordan Grace! Yes! I'm a happy man, can you tell?
This literally has Avengers Assemble written all over it.
This is so stupid, I love it! Okay, so, Jordan Grace, Kalani Jordan, Julia, Zarya, and Stephanie Vaquer beat the shit out of the Fatal Influence, Cora Jade, and Roxy, and shoved them out of the ring.
That's right!
Oh!
And next week on NXT, we're going to get a 10-women tag team match, 5-on-5 in Philadelphia, as this all-star team of awesome badass women takes on the Fatal Influence, Roxanne Perez, and Cora Jade.
You're damn right, it's gonna be fucking insane. And I know that the Juggernaut's a bad guy here, Mr. Quake. I was trying to do a very bad attempt at a Marvel Comics tie-in, considering Kalani Jordan was dressed as Spider-Gwen.
And we can't just call Juggernaut a Hulk. That would be a She-Hulk. That would be an insult to Jade Cargill.
Exactly. Like, wait. Oh god, you're right. Jade Cargill did do She-Hulk.
Yeah, I know, right?
Right, what the fuck?
Now, that being said,
It's also already natural because one of the nicknames for Jordan Grace is the Juggernaut.
Bitch.
So it only makes sense.
Exactly.
He's the Juggernaut, bitch.
That being said, Juan, I did send you a couple more pictures of the ladies, because speaking of Rhea Ripley...
What?
Yeah, no, check on Facebook Messenger. I sent it to you.
Okay, you said Messenger? Okay, you did. Hang on, which means that I must have downloaded it over here already. Oh my god.
Yep, because the
God.
All-Star 5-women tag team got a chance to meet Rhea Ripley backstage, who went ahead and gave her seal of approval to all 5 of these ladies and pretty much tell them to give them hell next week at the 2300 Arena. You know, it was so nice for Rhea Ripley to grace us with her presence. I'm sure she's doing just fine, and you know what? She's having a wonderful evening showing up at the Performance Center. Nothing back. Oh my god! Holy shit!
What the fuck did they do to
sick!
my mommy? What did they do to my mommy?
Actually, it wasn't them. It was Raquel. It was later revealed that it was a parking lot beatdown by Raquel Rodriguez and the Women's World Champion Liv Morgan. They beat her up with baseball bats, and she's busted open.
What did they do to my mommy?
Yeah, I know. It's pretty brutal.
Oh, my mommy. What did they do to my mom? What did they do to my mommy?
The WWE Performance Center parking lot continues to be the most dangerous place to get attacked.
My mommy.
I'm sorry, Juan, but your mommy is in the hospital. No, don't
touch me!
It's okay, Juan. Here, have some candy.
Should I take candy from the devil? I think I'll pass for now.
Fine. Anyways, now, to be perfectly honest, this beatdown angle was to write off Rhea Ripley because unfortunately she has suffered a real legitimate injury. She will be off WWE programming for a while due to a fractured orbital bone.
That's a the bones that holds your eyeballs in place, people.
Yeah, if you recall in past episodes of Wrestle Rewind, me and Juan, we talked about the fractured orbital bone from Bryan Danielson and how Bryan Danielson continued to wrestle with that with a bandage over his eye.
And then an eye patch like an idiot pirate.
Yeah. Please don't do that to Rhea Ripley.
Please don't do that.
But then again, WWE have better medical staff to actually, help out. So hopefully...
And they have people who will actually listen when the doctors say, for the love of fuck, don't wrestle.
Precisely. That being said, we here in the Ravens flock would like to wish Rhea Ripley a full, speedy recovery. Juan will be fine. All right, let's get over to the main event, but this will turn your frown upside down, because it's a tag team match, playa! The team of Fraxium, Nathan Frazier and Axiom, will defend their NXT tag team titles against the teams of the former Cruiserweight champion Cedric Alexander and the young OG, Javon Evans.
Hey.
Yay, indeed!
We got some flippy dippy shit.
Now, unfortunately,
we get to see flippy dippy shit.
we get to see some flippity-doo-dah shit, Juan.
Flippy dippy shit.
Yay! They're also telling a bit of a story of a conflict between the tag team champions. Nathan Frazier has been losing his cool lately and hasn't been using a lot of his common sense. And Axiom has been trying to get him to listen and not to give in to his darker sensations, his darker urges. So this type of conflict actually played into the tag match. Because yes, there was high flying. Yes, there was incredible speed. But at the beginning of the match, when Nathan Frazier tagged himself in, Nathan Frazier didn't think before acting. He tried to overwhelm Javon Evans with his speed, but Javon Evans played that game, and he outsped Nathan Frazier, at one point even punking him out against the ropes after these guys were sprinting back and forth against each other.
That's fucking crazy.
That's fucking crazy indeed. There are very few people who can keep up with the speed of Nathan Frazier. The only other person that can keep up with the speed is Braun Breaker, and we all know how fast Braun Breaker runs.
Yeah, no, he's scary fast. He's a fucking Steiner. Those boys are scary fast.
Yes, indeed, and genetically freaky.
They're not normal.
They're not normal, man. One of them's a dog, and the other one's got freaking muscles everywhere.
He's got muscles on top of his muscles, and he's got very creative math.
Oh, yeah, that too. Math. Yeah, I know. No, mathematicians, man. It's crazy. But anyways, getting back to the match. So, yes. And so, unfortunately, Nathan Frazier, once again, letting the temper get the better of him, gave all the advantage to Cedric Alexander and Javon Evans as they continued their winning ways. They floored Axiom and Nathan Frazier outside with top rope dives right before they cut to commercial break. And when we get back from commercial break, the momentum is even, 50-50. Both Cedric Alexander and Axiom continued to fight in the ring until both guys were down. And then after some more back and forth action, we actually get a little bit of a miscalculation because Nathan Frazier tried to go for a move but accidentally hit his tag partner.
Oh no.
Oh no, indeed.
Oh no.
It is really bad. It is bad for the champs. Javon Evans and Cedric Alexander look like they're closing in on the win, but then out comes Wesley with a steel chair. Wesley still has an axe to grind against Javon Evans, and Javon Evans was not letting that shit go. So Javon abandons his tag partner to go running after Wesley, and these two boys take the fight backstage.
Seriously?
It's stupid. So
that was pretty stupid. What the fuck?
Cedric Alexander, unfortunately, was left alone to fend off against the tag champs. And after a brilliant effort, even hitting a lumbar check onto Axiom, unfortunately, that was not enough. At the end, it was Nathan Frazier and Axiom hitting their tag team finishing move to get the win. Your winner, and still the NXT Tag Team Champions, Nathan Frazier and Axiom.
Is Nathan getting his shit straight already? Because, come on, man. This is going crazy. Also, really? Javon chasing after Wesley? Chasing after him like that? Yeah, I get it. Wesley is a TNA-cist, and I understand going after people if they're from TNA.
He's also a flying acist.
What the fuck?
It races against high flyers. Javon Evans is a high flyer.
No, Wes. Oh yeah, Javon is a high flyer.
Yeah.
But so is Wesley though.
Who cares? But anyway.
Well, I care. Does that mean that he's self-hating? You know what? That actually makes a lot of sense.
Yep. And speaking of backstage, both these guys continue to fight backstage until they were broken up by referees and officials and NXT General Manager Ava, who tried to maintain some sort of order. But
Ava, your effort is appreciated.
But don't worry. To try and settle things, out comes another ECW legend and WWE Hall of Famer, Rob Van Dam. And all he said is that he told Ava that he's got a great idea for Javon Evans versus Wesley next week on NXT.
It's called Let's Smoke a Joint Together in the Middle of the Ring and put everything behind us.
Yeah. That's how we close off the show.
By smoking a joint?
No! With Rob Van Dam showing up and saying that he's got something cool in mind. We don't know what it is, but it's going to be cool because it's RVD.
You sure? I mean, he trained Kalani Jordan and all that good jazz, but at the same time, what was the last time RVD, booked a match or something?
He didn't book a match, but the last time we saw him on TV, he was wrestling for the FTW title on AEW Dynamite. Would you rather him wrestle against Jack Perry again?
Jack Perry did give us CM Punk, though.
Yeah, well, personally, I'm happy to see Rob Van Dam back in WWE programming, okay? I think that's where he's better utilized.
RVD is the GOAT, says Mr. Quake. No arguments
Yes!
there. Braun Breaker played football. We know that. I'm happy to... Yep. Really bad for getting the orbital bone fucked up after only being back for a few months from the last injury. Right?
I know. And fans, yeah. But you know what? Let's go ahead and shift things over to this week's edition of AEW Dynamite.
Light the fuse, hit the boom! Dynamite.
That's right. This is a special AEW Fright Night Dynamite on TBS.
Fright Night Dynamite.
Yeah.
You can tell because it's spooky fonts all over the logo.
That's right. And nothing screams spooky than having your show start off with an opening promo segment from none other than freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy. Oh my God, you're sad. He's sad. Look at him. Oh my God. It's like somebody murdered his puppy. I don't think we can do it like that anymore. Sorry, Thump, but you gotta act like you're sad. How can you emote? Oh, that works. Thank you. But yeah, no. Orange Cassidy, still shocked about what happened last week when the Whitepool Combat Clan destroyed one of his best friends, Chuck Taylor, in the middle of the ring. Orange Cassidy cut an opening promo segment, interrupting the video package from John Moxley's white supremacist group, and he cut a very good promo. He said that he didn't want to be a leader to fight against them, but the Whitepool Combat Clan forced him into this position, and I know. They force him into this position, and Orange Cassidy is challenging John Moxley for the AEW World Title at Full Gear.
Because of course he is! Because of course he fucking is! I called it last fucking week! Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me?
We both did.
I called it last fucking week. If you try to put try to make Orange Cassidy into a serious fucking thing, you've got another thing coming, because I swear to fucking God, ain't nobody gonna take his ass fucking seriously at all. He's a comedy bit. He's a mid-carder at best, and at worst, he's a fucking disappointment. Jesus Christ, my God. Someone fucking shoot me.
Yep, he was going on in the promo segment of how he's saying that he was pretty much doing this for all the young boys in AEW who still haven't had a shot yet, and he's trying to help develop young stars in the AEW locker room.
Bitch, please, what young stars? Who the fuck is Orange Cassidy developing? Are you taking Nick Wayne under your wing? Are you running the ropes with Action Andretti? Are you helping Daniel Garcia with his personality? What the fuck are you doing, Orange Cassidy? Except for bumblefucking your way into superstardom because you have an idiot billionaire as your personal piggy bank.
As your best friend. So Orange Cassidy finishes off the promo saying that, yeah, no, he will challenge him because he is Orange Cassidy, and he still doesn't have a catchphrase. Dude, quit trying to make it happen. Oh shit, hot tag.
Go down to Georgia! Go the fuck to Georgia! Go to Georgia and get yourself get your fiddle back, idiot! Fucking losing your fiddle in some bum fight with some hobo. Hi there, folks. Juan Arouse here, one of the heads of the Ravens flock, the tech guru of the team, host of the Black Files, and his ace tag team partner here on Wrestle Rewind. You want me to take this motherfucker seriously? You should have started a year ago. At the least. Yeah, no, I don't even know what the fuck I'm even doing here. What the fuck am I even doing? I said the same shit that I said last week. This guy is not a serious fucking contender for any sort of World Heavyweight Championship in any fucking sense of the word. He never has been. He doesn't have the fucking chops for it. He doesn't have the credibility in order to actually make it look like he can take it on as a champion. Oh no, but if we throw a whole bunch of fucking bandage tape all over him while he held on to the All-Atlantic Championship, you know, the Atlantic Ocean, where China and Japan are represented. And fucking have him fucking be a fighting champion on that, and he'll keep defending the championship until he can't no more because god dang it, he just loves it so much. Motherfuck you, motherfuck you, Orange fucking Cassidy. Like, no, it's too much. He was overexposed. He got too much screen time without any actual development, without actually evolving his character into anything that was fucking remotely credible as a main eventer or as a world championship contender. Not one fucking bit, not one fucking lick of it was ever shown, was ever hinted at, was ever alluded to. And why? Because we have an idiot cokehead dweeb, Tony fucking Khan, snorting his way through the fucking week-to-week booking. He doesn't know how to actually build long-term booking. If he did, then this would have been handled a year ago! But no, we can't have that. We can't fucking have that. Because he's just bumblefucking his fucking way through his fucking company. He's going to, like, if he gave a shit about actually making a profit or actually making television that people would want to see, he would have fixed this shit up years ago. But he doesn't. Tony Khan doesn't give a shit. He's showing off his action figure collection at you, smashing them into each other at your face, and he's telling you that this is the coolest thing, and if you don't like how cool this is, that means you're a hater. That's all it is! That's all this is! Fuck you, I'm stealing some Snickers.
Why?
Because I'm not myself when I'm hungry.
Good point.
Did you come back from Georgia yet? Did you get your fucking fiddle back? Huh? Because I'm fucking done.
All right.
Yeah. I'm just gonna lounge over here. Don't mind me. Fuck you.
Ow.
Fuck you, Tony.
Yes, please have a Snickers because you're letting Orange Cassidy and Tony Khan get the better of you. From lack of trying.
No, whatever. Fucking idiot.
Oh, no. It's better because in a later promo segment with Jon Moxley and the Whitepool Combat Club, Jon Moxley pretty much lured Orange Cassidy out by beating up Wheeler Yuta, who just recently joined the clan, and they used him as bait. And it was all a ruse, and they beat the shit out of Orange Cassidy, and then all the other AEW wrestlers came down to help out, specifically the Dark Order,
fucking Dark Order?
Yes, the Dark
What's
Order.
the Dark Order doing here?
I don't know anymore, man.
What is it even?
The only cool thing I saw was when Darby Allin came descending from the rafters, a la Sting style, and beat up Claudio Castagnoli from behind, but even he was taken out. And then Private Party jumped in to help out, as scare off the Whitepool Combat Clan. More on Private Party later. In just a few, in
What
just
the
a minute.
fuck?
It was dumb. It was very dumb. Yeah, no, that's the picture. There it is. That's the picture of fucking John Moxley like using Wheeler Yuta to lure as bait to lure out Orange Cassidy, and the plan worked. Wow, way to make your baby faces look dumb. What is this, WCW?
Yes, we're already 2001 WCW here.
All right. Well, you know what? Let's wash our hands of this stupid orange mess. Let's go to the exciting match of the night. And this one I actually do want to talk about. Me and Juan, we got to watch a little bit of the match on video, and this is a tag match, playa.
Holla holla!
And this match is for the AEW World Tag Team titles. As the defending champions, the Young Bucks, defend their titles against Private Party. However, with one provision in mind. If Private Party loses, they must split up. They must go their separate ways. The party would be over.
I don't fucking believe it. Nope. You can't make me sit through this shit twice as a...
Oh, Juancho, don't worry. You'd be surprised of the outcome.
Oh my god. Alright, fucking whatever. Alright, here we go.
All right, so
Come on, get.
Like I said, as I said many times when it comes to talking about Young Bucks matches, it's your typical flippity doo-dah super kick bullshit that you see. Flippy dippy shit from the Young Bucks. So lots of spamming super kicks for days because
that's all they know how to fucking do.
Because that's all they know how to fucking do worth the damn. Yeah, I know exactly. Private Party did put up a valiant effort. Mark Quinn was on the receiving. It was pulled away from his tag partner on the receiving end of a 2-on-1 assault until Mark Quinn eventually got the hot tag to Isaiah Cassidy, and Kaz was a ball of fire. He unloaded on the Young Bucks. He unloaded on Matt. He unloaded on Nick Jackson. The two tag teams continued to war against each other until the Young Bucks were able to stop Private Party in their tracks temporarily. They dragged Mark Quinn up over to the entrance ramp, and then out comes the AEW Continental Champion Kazuchika Okada to lay out Mark Quinn with a tombstone pile driver, keeping him out of the action for a while.
Oh, fucking hell! Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding, bitch. Anyways, so
cut it out.
Isaiah Cassidy was forced to face the Young Bucks on his own, and the man tried to put up a great effort. He fought the good fight, but the Young Bucks continued to carry on their wayward sons, and it looked like they were going to win. But then Mark Quinn, at the last minute, was able to break up the 2 count. And then one of the Young Bucks was taken out, and Private Party finally got Matt Jackson all alone in the ring, and they hit their finishing move to Gin and Juice to pin and win. Your winners and new AEW World Tag Team Champions, Private Party. 5 years of being in AEW, and they finally got championship gold.
Is this real?
It is real.
This really got made?
Yes, it is. It's a Wancho. It's a party. It's a victory party, and you are invited.
Really?
Yes, you are.
Really? I'm invited?
You are invited to the party.
Good, but really?
Yes, really.
Really?
Yes. Just don't drink gin and juice. I don't think you can handle it.
Now, just for that, I'm going to drink all of the gin and juice to spite you. I don't fucking believe it.
Yeah.
Fuck's lost.
Yes.
Yay.
And
this is a good thing.
And the Young Bucks didn't act like assholes at the end. They actually went face to face against Private Party, and they gave the title belts, and they actually showed a bit of respect before walking off. And then in a later backstage video, the Young Bucks, the Elite, were packing up their bags and they were leaving, and they told I forgot his name, the dude. Oh yeah, Alex Marvez, that they're going to be working from home.
Dorks.
And they were trying to talk, and they were being persuaded to stick around because they need someone to fight off the Whitepool Combat Club. Like, you're just going to abandon us? Oh no! I called this. I called this because back in our downtime, I shared a very interesting theory, a prevailing theory in regards to the main event spots in All Elite Wrestling. The main event has always been, and until they prove otherwise, always will be reserved for the Young Bucks count my fingers, for the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, Jon Moxley, Orange Cassidy, and Chris Jericho. And no one else.
Now, you get rid of the Young Bucks, and who does that leave 2 spots open for?
The Young Bucks are gone. Kenny Omega's still recovering from diverticulitis. Chris Jericho is busy.
Chris Jerichoing.
We'll get to him in a bit. And
that leaves Orange Cassidy as the sole hero of AEW going up against Moxley.
I'm calling it right now as Wrestling Nostradamus. Next year at AEW Double or Nothing, we're going to have a 5-on-5 group battle between the Whitepool Combat Club and the returning Elite. I'm calling it right now, Juan.
Hold on, how is it 5-on-5?
Okay, so it's Jon Moxley. Count with me. Jon Moxley, Pac, Claudio Castagnoli, Wheeler Yuta,
and
whoever else they get to join their group.
So you don't know who?
I don't know who, but it's somebody. And against the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, who's already working on his return.
And what's his face?
Oh yeah, Jack Perry. I forgot about. Let's not forget Jungle Jack.
No, please forget about Jungle Jack off.
And, of course, Orange Cassidy. So there's 5-on-5. I guarantee you that's what's going to happen next year at Double or Nothing.
Cool, let that be the end of AEW if that's a fucking case.
It's so fucking predictable.
Fucking seriously. No, but in all seriousness, though...
Congratulations to Private
Party, and yay, they're getting some recognition. Yeah, no, somewhere in the TNA locker room, Matt Hardy is smiling. Yep. Matt Hardy is a party hardy with the Private Party, and now the Private Party parties without a party. But the Hardy is very happy that the party is partying on, even if they're not party hardying with Hardy.
Of course, absolutely.
Don't ask me to repeat that. I just pulled it all out of my ass.
All right. Now, unfortunately, and I tried to look really hard, there were no good talk segments to talk about, because it was such a, as far as talk segments goes, each one of them, sucked.
It was a chore to go through.
It was a chore to go through, but I did find the worst of the worst, so I will talk about it just a bit. But let's talk about a match that really was not given a lot of time and a lot of, respect. And it is a one-on-one women's match as Camille, the bodyguard of the champ, Mercedes Moné, goes one-on-one against Chris Statlander.
Okay, so Mercedes Money's bodyguard is going up against the Space Girl.
Yep.
Cool. Let's see what fucking happens.
Actually, she's not even a Space Girl. She's just a girl who does nerd stuff.
She wasn't a Space Girl anymore?
She abandoned it.
But she was from space.
Not anymore.
She came back from space.
The Space Girl is gone, dude. So now she's just a girl trying to find an identity.
And the identity is that she's Chris Statlander, and she's what? Also doesn't have a catchphrase?
I don't fucking know anymore.
Right, well,
so anyway,
at least she doesn't look like she's trying to murder me with her eyeballs like Camille is in this fucking headshot here. Jeez, that's scary. So
this is a one-on-one a big women's Hoss match, and like I said, this match wasn't given a lot of time. It was fairly short. Chris, I'm not even going to bother with the whole shit because it's so disrespectful. Chris Statlander was able to pull out a victory over Camille after Camille miscalculated on a move.
Yay.
Fuck. This match, your winner, Chris Statlander. AEW, do better. Book the women's division better.
Just more of
the
this.
devil is not pleased.
It's a sad thing you're not the devil. Apparently MJF is. Or Adam Cole is. Or they both are.
And then after the match, Mercedes Moné acted like an angry parent and yelled at Camille to get the hell out of the ring, and she pretty much put the beat down on Chris Statlander all by herself.
After Camille already wore her down during the match.
I know. What the fuck?
Idiot.
All right, let's move on to the really, really bad talk segment here, because this was the worst. And it is featuring the Learning Tree, the Ring of Honor World Champion, Chris Jericho, flanked by Big Bill and Brian Keith.
Good fucking God. What are the... Is he wearing... He's wearing fucking Halloween suit.
Yes,
I'm
he
not
is.
Surprised. And he's got the ROH championship on him. I forgot that he was ROH World Champion. Fucking please, please get through this.
All right, this motherfucker, of course, cut his promo, once again peeling the curtain, talking about how Dave Meltzer rated his match with Mark Briscoe last week, their ladder war, 4 stars out of 5, like anybody gives a shit about Meltzer anymore, and how he also talked about how All Elite Wrestling started 5 years ago, and it started off the back of Chris Jericho. No disrespect to John Moxley, because yeah, sure, why let's be reminded of the good old days. And then Chris Jericho
Back
mentioned
when both of those guys had some credibility and had a little bit of self-respect.
And Chris Jericho then finished his promo segment talking about like how, since he's now the Ring of Honor World Champion, he's going to elevate Ring of Honor to new heights because he's Chris Jericho. Bro, that's the same shit that you said when you were the last Ring of Honor World Champion in the Jericho Appreciation Society, and you didn't do shit with that title.
You didn't do shit with Ring of Honor! Fucking as if Chris Jericho can do anything to save Ring of Honor right now.
Oh,
Ring of Honor became a dead brand the moment Tony Khan bought it and then started hollering about how cool he is for buying Ring of Honor like a fucking infant.
Yeah, and then Jericho goes like,
I just secured the bag!
It's so stupid.
Fucking idiot.
And then Chris Jericho continued saying, like, oh, and if you think that you have a chance against me, then you overestimate your abilities because you're not smart enough to understand the wrestling and television business. Once again, more insider shit in his thing. Don't worry, Juan. I'm not going to ask you to hot tag it. I'm not going to ask you to do 2 for 2.
No, I'm not high enough for this. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. This was bad. This was awful. I don't like Jericho being a champion. Get him off my screen. Thank you. Now let's go over to the main event. And this one I am looking forward to talking about. Juan and I, we had a chance to sit down and watch this, and it is an incredible main event match against 2 phenomenal athletes. And the main event of Fright Night Dynamite is Swerve Strickland going 1-on-1 against the gold standard Shelton Benjamin.
Okay, so we've got the new guard of awesome black guys versus the old guard of awesome black guys. I got no issue with this. Shelton Benjamin can get a match out of a broomstick.
Absolutely.
Certainly Swerve Strickland can do way better than that. And let's not lie, if Swerve wants to wrestle properly, he can and does wrestle properly. So yeah, when you don't have fucking stupid syringe shit and stupid hardcore trash shit, yeah, he'll actually wrestle and he'll actually wrestle properly. I got no issue with this.
Absolutely. And Swerve Strickland is an incredible athlete. He relies more on his speed and agility against Shelton Benjamin. And Shelton Benjamin, despite his age, is showing that he's not slowing down. No signs of slowing his momentum as he continues to punish Swerve Strickland with a series of suplexes and just tossing him around like he's done to many of his opponents over the past 2 weeks. Hitting a series of German suplexes, over the head belly to bellies, and the list goes on. Swerve Strickland is getting his ass kicked by the former multi-time tag team champion. So Shelton Benjamin continues the punishment. Swerve Strickland was able to get a little bit of a breathing room. He was able to fight back, and he was able to and Swerve Strickland was able to tried to hit the house call. Shelton Benjamin was able to kick out, and then Shelton Benjamin tried to fight back and hit his finishing move, but Swerve Strickland was able to counter, and he hit the freaking diving down dropkick move to pin and win, handing Shelton Benjamin's first loss in AEW. Your winner, Swerve Strickland. However, the battle may be lost, but business was about to pick up. And no, I'm not talking about Mercedes Moné business.
No, Jose, no. Swerve Strickland wins, which means we get Prince Nana happy dancing galore, and that's the end of the show. No, you don't get to do that to me, Jose. No, you don't get to fucking do that to me. You don't get to fucking do that to me. All right? We get dancing Prince Nana. Okay? This is how we end the show. This is how we end our Fright Night Dynamite with dancing Prince Nana and happiness. Okay? We're not allowed to spoil that for me. You're not allowed to take this from me. Okay?
I'm sorry, Juancho, but I prayed for something like this to happen. As the devil, I prayed for the in-ring.
The devil. You're not supposed to pray.
Oh yeah, you're right. I didn't pray. I just made it happen. Sorry, Juan. I got to crap on your evening because we finally get the AEW debut of the former WWE World Champion Bobby Lashley who stood face to face against Swerve Strickland, and Shelton Benjamin and Bobby Lashley put a beating on Swerve. Eventually, with Bobby Lashley hitting him with a one-handed Farouk-style spine buster, so powerful enough the Dominator, powerful enough to get everybody shouting, "Damn!" And then, of course, Bobby Lashley knocking him out, locking in the full Nelson Hurt lock so that he can pass out in the ring. And the show ends with the formation, or rather, the return of the Hurt Syndicate.
I thought they were the Hurt Business.
Nope! The Hurt Syndicate. It's on their t-shirts, available now on shopaew.com.
Cut it out.
So, Juan, your thoughts?
Oh, fuck. Oh, shit, oh, fuck. Do you have any idea how dangerous this is? This was so horrifying. Bobby Lashley's shirt became untucked. He means business if he lets his shirt be untucked. He'll fuck you up. But if he untucks his shirt in any way, shape, or form, that shows that he is not playing games with you at all. Ever. Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god. This might actually be interesting. This is fucking terrifying. What are we gonna do? What are they gonna do? Okay, so, alright, so we got the Hurt Business. I'm calling them the Hurt Business. Hurt Syndicate. What the fuck ever. The hurting guys. The guys who hurt people.
The guys who hurt people. Go on, yeah.
Yeah, no, the Pain Association. There, Jesus, what?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, this is gonna be a fucking problem. I can only foresee one thing over here. The Whitepool Combat Clan and the Hurt Syndicate are gonna clash because black people and white people. Because, I mean...
Listen, guys,
if they don't do that, then, yeah, Tony Khan's a bigger idiot than I already think he is.
Guys, listen, I love the Attitude Era too, but that's in 1997. We need to let that go, alright, man?
Seriously. Vicente over here saying Shelton Benjamin at least looked good losing. Swerve has not ever been bad at anything. Yeah, no, you're right. Great seeing Bobby Lashley back in the national spotlight of AEW where he belongs. Everybody waited too long with Bobby with his versus Brock feud. Yeah, no, they seriously did. I mean, what did you want for them? Like, it's crazy. Vicente was saying Jericho was in Terrifier 3 from memory. He was one of the victims.
Oh yeah, he also mentioned that movie, which nobody cares about.
Jose, Terrifier is actually a very horror movie series right now.
Oh.
Look up Art the Clown. You'll see why.
Okay, but I'm not looking up Chris Jericho.
No, you don't have to. But it's okay. We can watch Chris Jericho get brutally murderized.
All right, I guess. All right, well, now it's time to shift gears, and before we get into TNA Impact, we do need to talk about the main event for this year's annual pay-per-view event of TNA Bound for Glory, which took place over in Motor City in Detroit, Michigan. And the main event for TNA Bound for Glory, surprisingly, was not for the TNA World title, but for the TNA World Tag Team titles, as 3 tag teams all competed together in Full Metal Mayhem.
What the hell is Full Metal Mayhem? I know Full Metal Jacket. I know Full Metal Alchemist. I know Full Metal Panic. That is a really weird trilogy, but I know it. What the fuck is Full Metal Mayhem?
Full Metal Mayhem, first of all, share the graphics so we can see the teams here. Yep, it's the teams of ABC versus the Hardys versus the defending TNA World Champions, The System, Brian Myers and Eddie Edwards. Full Metal Mayhem is basically another variation of a hardcore match, but with more metal-like objects involved.
What do you mean more metal-like objects?
Ladders, garbage cans, we're talking pipes. Let's see here, I'm thinking, I guess sledgehammers, if you want to count those as metal objects.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're counting those as metal objects. Yep. And it's going to be freaking awesome. And it is for the TNA World Tag Team titles. Now, first of all, I don't have a picture of it, but they decked out this whole match like the ring mat and the tables are all graffitied a la Hardy Boy style, which is really telegraphing us who's going to win the main event match.
Seriously?
Yeah. But nevertheless, this was still very fun, very wild, lots of amazing action during this match. All 3 of the tag teams all brawled in the ring and exchanged super cool moves against each other. Eventually they took the brawl over at ringside, over in the crowd. The crowd of Detroit got a huge delight seeing these guys face off against each other. We got some great table spots. with both Eddie Edwards and Brian Myers going through the tables, courtesy of ABC. And then, of course, there were a couple of moments where the Hardys and the ABC looked like they were going to grab the belts from the top of the ladder, from the top, but they were foiled, unfortunately, by the baddies, by the system. Yeah, no, it was. But listen, it was great in-ring action, no doubt. However, there was one spot that I actually want to mention that is very critical because it does lead to, unfortunately, a career-ending injury.
Potentially career-ending.
Potentially career-ending.
Let's not. Yeah, knock on wood. Doof. Don't say that shit. Shit, Jose.
All right, so Chris Bay was at the top of the ladder, and he was about to grab the tag belts, and then the other competitors knocked the ladder from under him. So he was hanging on. So if I recall correctly, he was hanging in midair, holding on to the belts, and then one of the tall ladders was positioned on one of the corners of the ring. So Brian Myers goes over to the top of the ladder, and then leaps, and meets Chris Bay midair to hit him with a spear, and the impact was so hard that it landed Chris Bay back first onto the ground, and that impact alone was what caused the neck injury. They had to get him out of the match. They had to get him and Ace Austin out of the match throughout the remainder of the main event because of the injury.
Oh, what a fucking ripoff, man!
I know.
For fuck's sake, man, Chris Bay, don't be leaving us like that, man. That is too cruel.
It is.
I hope he's okay for real.
Now, the Hardy Boys was able to fight back against the system, both hitting simultaneous twists of fates. There was also some cool spots involving the Hardys where they both hit side effects onto the system through tables. Jeff Hardy got his spot in. He did a top of the ladder swanton bob onto Brian Myers through the table at ringside. So I'm glad he got that out of the way. And the Hardy Boys were able to climb up the ladder to grab the belts and win. Your winners and new TNA World Tag Team Champions, the Hardy Boys.
Unbelievable. Aside from the... Really?
Continue.
Aside from the horrible accident that befell Chris Bay, this sounds like the match was actually pretty fun.
It was pretty fun, and yes, of course, we here in the Ravens Flock would like to wish Chris Bay a full speedy recovery.
As a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, TNA announced that they're doing a charity auction as a fundraiser to help Chris Bay with his medical treatments that he's going to need.
That's right. Unfortunately, Chris Bay is going to be out of action for a very long time because neck injuries are no laughing matter. The last time we had a wrestler who suffered a career and threatening neck injury was unfortunately Big E.
Again, fuck you, Ridge Holland.
But nevertheless, this was not the cause of any asshole Brit. This was just a cause of getting speared from Brian Myers. So fuck you, Brian Myers?
Well, they got speared off of the top of the thing. Like, okay, that was a high-risk move to begin with because there was so much metal and there were so many ladders running around all over creation. So something like this was a little bit more bound to happen. If I'm not mistaken, it was what, like a fisherman's suplex or something that Ridge Holland did to Big E, or what?
It was an over the head, belly to belly suplex.
A belly to belly.
Yep, and Big E landed on his head at ringside.
Yeah, still fuck you, Ridge Holland. Yeah, no, but seriously, I really am hoping that Chris Bay recovers over here. I'm actually looking this up right now because I want to show people the thing because I saw the tweet. I want to share the tweet. God damn it, because this is important.
No, it is.
Because poor Chris Bay did not deserve that shit, or at the very least, he deserves some support in order to be able to get his recovery on properly.
No. It's all right because pro wrestling, unfortunately, is riddled with a history of wrestlers who either continued their career with a broken neck or had to end their career because of broken necks.
What do you call it? Earlier tonight, Chris Bay actually put out a statement that started the show, and I'm reading it over here, and I quote: "I just want to take a few moments to extend my heartfelt, God dang it, to extend my heartfelt appreciation for so much and to so many over the past few days. From everyone at TNA Wrestling to the incredible medical staff here in Detroit to my family, friends, and fans worldwide. I know you've been praying for my full recovery from the in-ring accident this past Sunday. Monday was one for me on this journey, which I know will be long and challenging. Thanks again for the love and support, and please keep the prayers coming. Signed, Chris Bay.
No, don't make me cry. I'm supposed to be badass. I'm supposed to be the devil.
Yeah, shed some tears. Yeah, that's right. Fucking cry.
Shut up.
You know, I could still throw that bottle at you.
Yeah, well, I got a fork, so what are you gonna do about it? Asshole. All right, let's move on.
All right, fine.
All right, so let's go ahead and deal with the fallout of TNA Impact. And this is a special Halloween edition of TNA Impact. Yay! And in keeping with Halloween tradition, we start things off with a great opening talk segment with "Say his name and he appears, I believe."
And Frankie Kazarian?
It's Halloween. Cosplay, dress up as somebody.
Seriously? Prick? Really?
Yes.
Doing this?
Yes.
Doing this old gag?
Yes, this,
Wow.
folks, is Frankie Kazarian, and he is dressed up as Joe Hendry, pretty much just doing a stupid, bad parody of Joe Hendry, and just, taking a crap all over his character.
Boo!
Boo! How dare
man.
you? I know.
Go on you, dude!
But not having any more of this shit, out comes the real, the original, the OG, the authentic.
Say his name and he
he
appears.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
Joe Hendry came down to the ring and interrupted Frankie Kazarian's cosplay showcase, and he got on the mic, and this man is upset. This man is not happy at all. He is not all smiles, unfortunately. Joe Hendry felt like he was screwed over at TNA's Bound for Glory.
Seriously, what happened over here at the end of their championship match?
Well, it turns out that apparently John Bradshaw Layfield, former WWE World Champion, he's been showing up in the wrestling scene a lot lately, making his comeback, mostly on TNA, and he interfered and cost Joe Hendry the TNA World title against Nick Nemeth.
Seriously?
That is correct.
Why?
I have no idea.
No, seriously. Bradshaw, John Layfield, JBL, what the fuck, man?
I know, right?
I thought he had a problem with Ziggy. I thought he was going to try to attack the Ziggy boy.
I thought you had a problem with Matt Cardona.
Yes, I had a problem with Matt Cardona. What's Bradshaw doing here? Why is he attacking people? Randomly. Out of nowhere.
We don't know, and neither does Joe Hendry. And Joe Hendry is out looking for answers because he believes that JBL and the TNA World Champion Nick Nemeth are in collusion.
He thinks... Really? Really? Really?
Yep, we're doing this dumb shit.
Okay, Joe Hendry is not a dummy. Does he have any idea the history between JBL and Nick Nemeth? FKA Dolph Ziggler? He hated the shit out of Ziggy. Why the fuck would he try to help him retain the TNA World Championship? Why? As a matter of fact, no. Speaking of which, Nick Nemeth actually comes out in the middle of this and said, dude, I don't know where you're getting this shit from, but I'm telling you right now, I'm not teaming up with anyone. I'm not doing any sort of conspiracy against you. As a matter of fact, I believe you got screwed, and I want to give you a rematch for the championship.
But unfortunately Santino Marella said no.
Like an ass.
Like an ass. Like an Italian asshole.
Like an asshole.
Yeah, unfortunately, that never happened. And JBL also attacked Nick Nemeth's brother, Ryan Nemeth, at Bound for Glory.
See? It's why the fuck would he attack his partner's brother or whatever the fuck it is?
We have no idea, but this segment is not nearly complicated enough. Let's bring in an entire faction that nobody likes, that's being talked over by a TNA knockout that nobody really gives a shit about.
The System.
The System come down to the ring. Yep, that's right.
Edwards, Eddie Edwards, Dirty Dango, and Tasha Steele showing up.
And my goodness, I'm going to say this right now. There were no bad segments, but if I had to pick a bad segment or anything close to it, anything involving Alicia Edwards is considered bad because, man, she is loud, she is obnoxious, she has fucking go-away nuclear heat.
Oh, man. She's trying to go for Vicky Guerrero. She ends up aiming at X-Pac heat.
Ugh.
That's just depressing.
Yeah, the System came down to the ring and tried to defend their case, saying that the System is not flawed and that the System works.
Oh yeah, no, what do you call it? The I believe the key phrase that was used was Nick Nemeth said, listen, I'm trying to do this right. I'm trying to get you back your title shot that I know that you deserve, that you got screwed out of. I'm trying to work within the System in order to get that, but obviously the System is flawed. Out comes the faction called the System. Oh no, we're not flawed. Blah, blah, blah. Nobody asked you, Alicia! God damn it, woman! Go make me a sandwich!
Ha.
Fuck! Yeah, that's misogynistic of me, but I can handle it because she's got a neck brace. She can't hurt me.
And having enough of this bullshit, Nick Nemeth and Joe Hendry proposed that there will be a main event tag team match.
Holla, holla!
With Nick Nemeth and Joe Hendry going up against Eddie Edwards and JDC, Johnny D. Curtis.
Yeah, Dirty Dango, however, Curdy. Yeah, whatever. Point is, no, seriously. Vicente was saying, I did not know there was such a thing as a bad Alicia Edwards segment.
Ugh.
What was her thing that she was hollering?
She was saying shit, I'm trying to remember. If you could, I got something to say. I got something to say, or some shit like that.
It was just painful. It hurt my ears, and she wasn't doing it in the Vicky Guerrero way, where she's doing it to piss everyone off. No, she was doing it apparently in the way that comes off like she's trying to be sincere, but she's so fucking bad at it this time.
I would rather have Vicky Guerrero blow my eardrums than have to listen to another sentence from Alicia Edwards.
I'd rather see Vicky Guerrero try to do the stanky leg again than hear Alicia Edwards do this grating thing. God, whatever the fuck. Dude, homie, swing and a miss. Take your L's. Learn from it. Fuck.
But don't worry, Juancho, because the segment ends on a funny note, because Frankie Kazarian, still in Joe Hendry cosplay, tried to volunteer himself to join the Good Guys tag team, and Nick Nemeth and Joe Hendry gave their solid disapproval. Nick Nemeth gave a super kick, and Joe Hendry laid out Frankie Kazarian with a standing ovation to close out the opening segment.
Fucking Rainwald was exclaiming and freaking out I can't believe this! Joe Hendry's beating up Joe Hendry! Fucking hell! That was, this is almost as bad as last week, at the Impact before Bound for Glory, where both Masha Slamovich, Jordan Grace, Nick Nemeth, and Joe Hendry, all four of them fucking run Frankie through the fucking table. Frankie needs to go to Hollywood. He needs to relax. Fuck. God. Oh, poor Frankie.
I know.
But you know what? He brings it on himself for being a dick.
He certainly does.
Okay, let me take... Yeah, there we go. Thank you. Jesus, thank you.
Do you want to know something?
Oh, she had that fucking grating Real Housewives of Jersey Shore or whatever fucking...
Stop trying to make that phrase happen.
It's not going to happen.
And neither is I don't have a catchphrase. Those phrases are not going to happen.
They're not ever going to happen. And yes, gets well soon, Chris Bay. In the words of Madison Rain, he's living his Bayhood dream. Hopefully Jose's devil look does not come with Father James Mitchell's coke. No. I had to confiscate that from Jose.
Listen, I've got enough candy over here. I don't need to snort the white gimmick.
Yeah, no, Jose doesn't need any booger sugar. Besides, if he has any within a 300-mile radius of Jacksonville, Tony Khan will come down and steal it from him.
Right.
Joe Hendry Wicks so out of place. I did not know there was such a thing. Yeah, nice, definitely. Yep. We're caught up. All right, cool.
All right. So now let's get over to the exciting match of the Halloween edition of TNA Impact, and this is a 6-man tag team match.
Holla, 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 holla.
All right. And it is the walking weapon, Josh Alexander, with 2 mystery partners to take on the team of Eric Young, Steve Macklin, and Jonathan Gresham.
Why are we pushing Eric Young?
Now, unfortunately, Josh Alexander's new stable, the Northern Armory, another Canadian tag team, unfortunately, they were not able to make it to Detroit, Michigan due to their travel visas.
Poo.
Yep, Josh Alexander tried to explain it away in his own storyline. I forgot what the explanation was, but then in his place, the mystery tag team is, well, the Good Hands. And unfortunately, the Good Hands were dealt a bad hand in this match. Josh Alexander completely tagged himself out of it, allowing the Good Hands to get their asses beat by the babyfaces.
Oh, wait, seriously? Really? Josh Alexander, the walking weapon, the new generation Canadian crippler, the motherfucker who got us to put TNA on the fucking, on the show, he tagged in the Good Hands and abandoned them and just walked away while they got their asses whipped by Eric Young, Steve Macklin, and the Tentacle Man, Jonathan Gresham.
Correct.
Wow!
But it's okay, because the fans were treated to a delight. The babyfaces did everything, and it was fun. And they beat the shit out of the Good Hands, much to the delight of Detroit. Yay!
Like, it's not really a wannabe Kurt Angle, Mr. Quake. It's more like he's got the credentials to be Kurt Angle-y.
He's more inspired.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, much more. Yeah, that makes sense. Like, inspired by Kurt Angle style over here.
Yeah,
and
because there's a difference between.
Fine.
Yeah, because there's a difference between imitation and inspiration.
Exactly. It's not like he's running around with Olympic gold medals drinking milk.
No.
Instead, he's running around with headgear to protect his ears and a mouth guard and being a little bitch.
But it was still fun to see the babyfaces get the win. So good on them. That's why I like this match. All right. Now, as far as exciting segments go, there were surprisingly here. Okay, I'll be honest with you. There were no exciting segments that really stood out to me throughout the evening. All the other segments were good, but none of them were really great.
All right, so
let's go ahead and skip ahead to the match, and it is another round of squash matches for the newest TNA knockout, Lei Ying Lee, former WWE superstar Xia Li.
Okay. All right, so I'm guessing that this was a jobber match.
It was a jobber match. The woman she fought against, the woman that Lei Ying Lee fought against didn't stand a ghost of a chance. Lei Ying Lee used her martial arts assault to wear down, to knock out the jobber, and eventually laid her out with a spinning tornado kick to pick up a quick victory. Your winner, Lei Ying Lee. But wait, she's about to be written into a storyline finally, as a returning TNA knockout, Savannah Evans, the powerhouse, came down to the ring to confront Lei Ying Lee and laid her out with a full Nelson slam.
Oh shit, seriously?
Shit, seriously indeed. We finally have someone to step up to face this spicy Chinese warrior.
Oh shit, alright. This sounds like it could be going somewhere. Alright, I'm guessing you were just disappointed because it felt kind of flat.
Because it was a squash match. And at this point, she's already had a couple squash matches under her belt, and I'm like, all right, we know what she can do, we know what she's capable of, let's put her in her storyline, and gasp! It's gonna happen!
I miss Giselle Shaw. I know Savannah Evans was her bodyguard or whatever, but Giselle Shaw needs to come back somehow.
Yeah, wherever her husband goes, she will follow.
Aw, man.
Sorry, buddy. Now, getting back to the action here. As far as bad segments go, I think I already covered it earlier. If there was bad segment, it's just anything that has Alicia Edwards' fingerprints written all over it.
You could have mentioned the one with what's his face, Speedball Mike Bailey. Who was he talking to?
Trent Seven.
Yeah, there we go.
Trent Seven was down on his luck, and Mike Bailey is trying to motivate him to get him back into his winning ways.
And of all people, to interrupt them in order to try to push down on Mike Bailey, Moose and the System show up along with Alicia Edwards.
Oh my goodness!
Something shit. All for Moose to I could take that X Division championship from you. All for and Mike Bailey's you're welcome to try. Go ahead. And Moose walks away ha, whatever, man. As
there was one funny moment where Mike Bailey called the System a Timu version of NWO, which I thought it was funny. So I'll give him that. But
Yeah.
overall, I'm just fucking done with Alicia Edwards, man.
Like, I know, Alicia Edwards has got that go away heat going on. I get you. All right. There was one other match that you said was a, what do you call it? It was your
Honorable mention.
honorable mention over here before we get to the main event.
Yeah, go ahead and display it. Yep. And it is a knockouts match featuring Ash by Elegance versus Danny Luna. And it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool to watch. You know, Danny Luna, one half of the Knockouts Tag Team Champions, going up against Ash by Elegance. And Ash by Elegance was able to get the win. She was dressed up as a witch. And this was to further push not her allegiance with the newly converted Heather by Elegance.
Hold on a minute. You said Ash by Elegance was dressed as a witch.
Yeah.
What's she doing dressed as the devil?
I don't know.
In the promo card.
I don't know. Hey, what are you doing dressed?
What's Heather by Elegance doing dressed as an angel? Why are either, like, from what I could tell, Heather didn't even have a match tonight on Impact, did she?
No, she was just there in the corner of Ash by Elegance.
Was she even in a costume?
I don't think so. No, she wasn't.
What the fuck are these two doing in a fucking Halloween costumes here in the freaking promo card, but not in the actual match?
Well,
or rather, Ash by Elegance is wearing a different costume than what she wore in the match.
Maybe Ash by Elegance is trying to show off her costume range, which is cool, I guess, but try to keep it consistent.
Fucking hell.
Who cares? Ash by Elegance was able to win the match, and this will further Ash and Heather's pursuit of the TNA Knockouts World Tag Team titles.
Yeah, I guess, whatever. Like, I still want shit to make some kind of fucking sense, or at least some kind of fucking continuity.
Now, unfortunately, for the main event match, I was unable to grab a pretty solid graphic for the main event.
Yeah,
So-
there was no actual graphic that we could get a hold of over here, so I'm just going to come back to this one from earlier tonight.
Which is fine.
Which is fine. Okay,
So the main event match, Joe Hendry teaming with Nick Nemeth to take on JDC and Eddie Edwards to close off the night. And it was a pretty fun tag team match. Of course, there's a tension between Nick Nemeth and Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry still not able to fully trust Nick Nemeth after what happened at Bound for Glory. And the system was able to take advantage of this inner conflict between the two babyfaces.
All right, so yeah, it looks like they really were looking to try to just drive the wedge of between Nemeth and Hendry more than actually win the match itself. In the chat, Vicente saying, really, Alicia Edwards has that, quote, hot as fuck heat, where Eddie Edwards then yells at fans, stay the fuck away from her. Well, look,
Your mileage may vary.
I guess, but that's like, I guess that's just a different thing on there, but differences of opinion. But I digress. I totally understand the hotness of it, Alicia Edwards, but that catchphrasing that she's doing is
It needs to
it
stop.
hurts the ears.
It needs to stop.
It's uncomfortable.
But anyway, so Nick Nemeth and Joe Hendry were eventually able to fight back, and they were able to shift the momentum into their favor. But there was a miscalculation. Joe Hendry unfortunately miscalculated and attacked Nick Nemeth out of nowhere when he was trying to go after the tag team opponents.
So there was a miscommunication. It's not out of nowhere. What was it, like a running big boot?
He was trying to go for a running big boot. I believe, yeah, Eddie Edwards was able to duck out of the way, and Joe Hendry kicked Nick Nemeth in the head.
And it sucks. And even Hendry was trying to, like, oh god, I don't believe it. No. Oh no, it wasn't a kick. No, it was just a clothesline.
Yeah, it was a clothesline. Sorry,
Yeah.
clothesline. It was,
Yeah.
but it still hurt.
Yep, and then what's her face? Dirty Dango threw threw Hendry out of the ring, only for Eddie Edwards to come in
to
with
hit the
that
boss with the bastard knee potty
to pin and win.
Your winners, the system. And
Fuckers.
then after the match, we got more bickering from Nick Nemeth and Joe Hendry, which looks like a married couple fighting over the last piece of pie.
God almighty, that's terrible.
It is.
No, I'm talking about your analogy. Who fights over pie?
Hey, you'd be surprised, man. I mean, how many times have we fought over sweet stuff?
Yeah, but we're not a married couple.
Oh, yeah, well, that's true. Anyways, ring that bell.
Don't mind if I do.
All right, folks. So, final thoughts on the special Halloween edition of TNA Impact. Great opening segment. It was funny seeing Frankie Kazarian in cosplay, even though he's working as a heel. It was a great six-man tag match, which saw the babyfaces won because, get the fans what they want. Surprisingly, there was no appearance of the Hardys after winning the World Tag Team titles.
Yeah, what's that about? What the
That's so
fuck?
weird. And, of course, the Chris Bay being injured with a broken neck. I do wish him all the luck, and I wish him the speedy recovery, and I hope that he comes back 10 times stronger.
Do yourselves a favor, folks. Go over to the TNA Twitter page and go look for the tweet that they put up earlier this week, where they're showing how earlier tonight. I'll even show it to you guys. It says the ABC Skull T-shirt is now available on TNAmerch.com. All proceeds go to Chris Bay. So,
Absolutely.
So they're trying. They're at the very least they're doing their best to try to do something to help with Chris Bay's recovery over here. Here, I'll even do this real quick so I can find it.
Yeah, by all means. And while you're doing that, I'll continue on. And I'm sorry, man, but everything revolving around Alicia Edwards needs to go.
So yeah, guys, do us a favor on there. Go to this particular tweet of theirs, and if you'd be so kind, go ahead and support Bullet Club. So go ahead and support Chris Bay. Nobody deserves to have a fucking neck injury as bad as this one.
No one.
Yeah, no, because that bites.
It really does.
Whoop, I forgot to unring the bell.
No, you're fine. Now, this week's edition of AEW Dynamite was surprisingly, there was not that much Halloween stuff. Like, come on, guys, you were all Hallows Eve. I mean, NXT started with a coffin match with two ladies in cosplay, and you couldn't do something like that? Come on!
Like, this is the same company that 2 years ago had a fucking dragon match where everything was dragon themed in order to promote the debut of House of the Dragon on HBO.
What, are you guys on a budget or something?
Fucking seriously. like seriously, I'm not gonna fucking forgive them for that. American Dragon Bryan Danielson versus the Dragon Slayer Daniel Garcia with special guest referee Ricky the Dragon Steamboat in a Dragon Rock the Dragon Ball Z Dragon match. Stupid.
But that being said, okay, I'm sorry. I have to agree with one. Orange Cassidy is not a serious contender for the AEW World title. I'm sorry. His act is a good novelty act, but there's a shelf life to that, in our opinion.
And to be perfectly honest, Orange Cassidy has not done anything in 5 years' time that makes him come off any differently or any more worthy of being a world champion. It's even fucking laughable that he was their international champion or whatever the fuck it was. What were they calling it that week? The international champion, or was it the Huggy Doodle champion? What the fuck is it?
The international title.
Yeah, whatever.
Anyways.
Yeah, we know that's bullshit.
But it is happy to see not only Private Party winning the AEW World Tag Team titles, but it's also happy to see a great main event with Shelton Benjamin and Swerve Strickland and the eventual debut of Bobby Lashley. And I'm hoping that AEW treats Bobby Lashley with some damn respect.
Jose, where is Bobby Lashley wrestling at now?
AEW.
I rest my case.
Ugh. All right. Now, this week's edition of WWE NXT was also fun. The coffin match between Paxley and Wendy Chu, that was so amazing, and I would watch it again over and over because of how fun it was. The match between Charlie Dempsey and Lexis King, two generational wrestling talents, like, they had a great match for the Heritage Cup title, and that was awesome. Main event tag match was also pretty fun. Lots of high-flying flippity-doo-dahs, but in a good way. And it's also nice to see Rob Van Dam and Bubba Ray Dudley showing up. And everything that they're doing is setting up for their NXT ECW debut next Wednesday.
That's gonna be crazy.
That's gonna be really crazy. I'm looking forward.
Dynamite's gonna die. I'm sorry. Dynamite's gonna get myrtleized. It's gonna get extreme hardcore myrtleized.
And speaking of which, for an announcement, tune in next week's edition of Wrestle Rewind, where and WWE NXT are going to be playing on AEW's terms, because NXT are going to be are forced to go to Wednesday night, November 6th, because November 5th, Tuesday, is election day, and ain't nobody going to watch wrestling when there's two presidents who are trying to battle, presidential candidates who are trying to battle out in a statistical tie.
No, it's not a statistical tie. I really, the less I get into the politics, the better.
Yeah,
now.
the less.
Yeah.
But next week,
AEW Halloween would be Moxley cutting himself for 2 hours alone in the ring, so if he sent it.
but tune in next week for Wrestle Rewind, folks. Break out your tanks, break out your bazookas, because we're going to war once again, and we're returning to the Wednesday Night War. We're going to be talking about the Wednesday's edition, November 6th edition of both NXT and AEW Dynamite, and I hope to see all of you there.
Oh God, that's gonna be crazy. They're gonna die.
Yes, they are. Until then, Juan, plug us away.
Don't mind if I do. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everybody in between, thank you very much for watching this week's live stream edition of Wrestle Rewind, hosted by Jose Casabona! As he reviews for you the best of the worst of 3 of the most exciting professional wrestling programs in North America today: WWE's NXT, AEW Dynamite, and TNA Impact. Step into the ring every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe and the follow button, ring the notification bell to stay up to date on all of our content. Become an interflocker by hitting the join button, and until next time, continue to follow us on Facebook.com/TheRavensFlock, Twitter.com/RavensFlock13, Instagram.com/TheRavensFlockOnline, Kick.com/TheRavensFlock, and of course, remember to hit the subscribe button and ring that tiny little notification bell right here on our flagship platform, YouTube.com/TheRavensFlock, humble home of the Black Files, Los Amigos Play, Wrestle Rewind, and The Ravens Flock.
All right, folks, for Mr. Juan Arouse, the filthy heathen, I am the devil, Jose Casabona. This is Wrestle Rewind.
Are you the devil? Or
Yes.
is it MJF or Adam Cole?
I'm
Who's really the devil, huh?
I am, and I
There
am
you go.
also Jose Casabona, and I wish to all the folks watching a happy Halloween.
Damn thing out your head!
Ow!